Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Mouse Ears and Magical Chats. We have Jenny and
Hello.
Jess as always. And
Hi,
we have a special
everybody.
guest. Jess, tell us.
Hello.
Yes.
Our special guest is Jackie.
Jackie.
Hello. What's the date? Less than a month ago, though it feels like too long ago, we were at Disney together in a 2-bedroom suite at Boulder Ridge Villas. And Jackie's going to talk about it, but it was her kids' and husband's first trip ever. And her first trip in a few years. 3 years old. 25. Basically. Maybe. So we just want to talk about it because, like, you kind of had the first timer planning and coordinating and, like, being as a leader of the trip,
Right.
as cruise director, Mickey. So we wanted to kind of get your take. So usually Mary Beth kind of like,
Yeah. I was
through this.
I was really excited to talk to you, Jackie, just because us three go to Disney all the time, but we know that like Disney can be super complicated if you're a first timer. So I was hoping, one, you can give us your impressions of like your first time visit, but two, like what would you tell first timers that maybe doesn't have a Jess?
Yeah. I'm very thankful for my Jess. I think everything we were planning for over a year. So, being able to research everything and really know what I wanted to do, what I wanted to hit, what was, a priority versus something that I didn't mind missing if we had to. It was really convenient and beneficial to make sure that, you researched the attractions and everything, especially with a 3-year-old and 8-year-old. You want to do some of the younger kid stuff, and then my 8-year-old and, want to do the Galaxy of the Guardians and more of the upbeat, fast, the thrill rides. So having a list of everything that we wanted to do before we went was very helpful in order to navigate our lightning lanes and to make sure if there was anything that we want to do earlier on in the day or in the afternoon, looking at all the show times, making sure that we weren't going to miss a ride at the lightning lane compared to the times of the shows.
When we booked, because we stayed DVC and we booked it 11 months. So we started talking about it and booked it at 11 months. And then because we had gone last January with my dad and our other friends, I had the kids, like Disney, I can't remember if it's a burn bomb or whatever. And I remember I brought it to your house and I was like, you have homework.
Oh, yes.
You need
that is what it was.
Study up because... And then once we were there, the thing I kept saying, because I would check in, especially with the grownups, like I kind of heard from the kids along the way, so I wouldn't have to ask very much. They shared their opinions freely, which is helpful. But with the grownups, I would check in and say like, okay, what are the priorities? And one of the things you did before we booked like our dining and obviously our lightning lanes, because they were closer, was like make lists for each of the parks. Because what you were doing with your kids, like kind of reading about things and watching like YouTube ride throughs and stuff. Like she literally made a list of like, at this park, here are the things that are like speaking to us. And then I kind of went through to make like, must do, like kind of map itinerary. Yeah. Without having like a step-by-step, we're going to go here, then here, then here. Having that like priority list. Cause I kept saying when we were there, we can do anything, but we can't do everything. And that is the thing I say to myself because I want to do everything.
However, you did allow us to do like 95% of Disney.
We did a lot. We did a lot.
We did a lot of Disney.
We did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So the research and like a lot of planning stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a couple team meetings with some wine and cheese.
Well, of course,
to do some planning.
I like that as like a tip for first timers to like, if you want to go, like kind of do your research, but have a priority list and then plan around the priority list.
Absolutely.
Smart.
And to make sure that it was a priority for my older one, I would show her on YouTube, like Jess mentioned, exactly what the ride looked like to make sure that she wasn't going to be afraid of it or spending money on the lightning lanes if she really didn't want to do it after seeing what it was.
Do you feel like, how did the research match up to like real life for them or for you even, or like for Justin riding some of the bigger rides?
Seeing it on a screen is definitely different than experiencing it in person.
Yeah.
It is so much better in person. So fun. I don't know. What was the question?
Like how it matched up, like were there anywhere the ride through Well, okay. One example I'm thinking of is like we did end up buying an individual lightning lane or lightning lane single pass. I can't break the habit of for Tron, for Justin.
Oh,
And then once we saw it in real life, he was like, never mind.
yeah.
Put that out. Like I would just skip that one.
As soon as he saw that outside part, he's like, "Nope, I'm good. You can take Elena, and I'm just gonna sit back with the baby and watch you go do your thing." So
I'm good.
it was fine. I mean, at least he had the option.
And the kids didn't get traumatized aside from my child on Sleepy Dog.
Didn't get traumatized.
She was a trooper, front row.
My child did front row and she was excited on Sleeky Dog. And then she was like, nope, didn't like that. But Eliza, who's 3, loved Mine Train, wanted to ride it immediately, got off Mine Train and wanted to ride again immediately.
She was so upset that we couldn't get right back on the ride without having to wait.
That is the first time. That is kind of like not just a first timer thing because I think it's little kids, but it is a hard thing. She had the same thing with Navi River Journey and Pandora, which we used a lightning lane on. And, you guys know, like the line builds so much for that ride that you can't just really go get right back in line.
Right.
Unless you want to wait an hour for that short boat ride. And that was when I heard her say she wanted to go again when we got off. And it is hard to explain to kids, like, we really can't. Like, I want to guess as much as possible at Disney. And it stinks that, like, that kind of situation. Like, Mari today was like, I wanted to ride Alien Swirling Saucers again. And it's like, I know, but when I checked it was like 45-minute wait. And yeah. Because you felt like the lightning lanes, I heard from you guys there, like, and Justin saying the lightning lanes are awesome. We don't wait in any line. And we were there a good week where it was pretty low crowds and cool, good weather. Like, it was dry. And so things weren't going down too much. We did have some rides go down, though.
Not for long.
Yeah.
The overall experience, I don't mind it.
And there's nothing we fully missed. Mari missed Haunted Mansion in her eyes right at the end because it was down. But I think she just wanted to ride that because Jackson didn't want to ride it. So,
Sibling rivalry.
What was the second thing you asked about? What would have been hard?
Yeah, if you, like, as a first timer, if you didn't have Jess there, like, what would have been hard for you? Knowing, like, the after, just, like, being back and knowing what it could have been.
Right.
No, with Jess, if that
navigating the parks, for sure. Knowing where everything is and how to utilize the time the best that we could in order to hit what we wanted with the time that we had. So without having you, I guess, I don't know.
Like the map.
Yeah, the map of the park and constantly, like, even when you were somewhere with Jackson and we were doing the girl space painting.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember where you were, but Jason was saying, oh, she's here, look on the map. And I'm looking at the map and I'm just like handing my phone. I have no idea what I'm even looking at right now.
And like for any of I grabbed a bunch of maps. They change all the time because things change in the parks. But I grabbed a bunch of park maps from each of the parks while we were there in January. And so our people who like know us in real life or message us, because I'm happy to send you maps. And Jenny, if you need any current ones too, I got a good stack of them because I do think it helps to look at them before you go, just to start, like, it's sort of my jokey why I was like, you have homework, just to get like it
visualize,
learning a new language a little bit, like the immersion of it, just because you don't know what you need until you need it in a way.
I've done trips for people 2 weeks through Colombia, all through Europe, like complicated trips. And I always say Disney is the hardest to plan because it is beyond going to a different country. They're their own country with their own language and their own, how everything runs. And it's a lot. It's easier to send someone through Europe on a month trip than it is a first timer to Disney. Because and then the balance of like, how much do you share right up front and how much do you, because it can overwhelm people.
Yeah.
They even gave us the option of splitting up and I'm like, absolutely not.
No.
I would be, no. There's no way I would know what.
Now, I think Jess had mentioned you rebooked. Like, aren't you more confident now to like?
Yes. Yeah. No, he knows. I'm just joking. You know, he gave me the go ahead, which I was very impressed about because he's no Disney enthusiast
I could
by any means.
I could see it. Like the first day we bought magic bands on site and he was like, so I can use these. We can use these in our next trip. And I was like, yeah, you can.
Yeah. So I think I have him won over for another trip, at least in the next year or two. So
So
that'll
what
be
won him
awesome.
over?
So when we do this, if we do this alone, I think the next podcast I will have a lot more to be able to express about it because not knowing about going alone versus knowing what I do know, it would be completely different.
Yeah,
100% different. But yeah, I think the next time that I go, I will definitely be looking at park maps for bathrooms
Mm-hmm.
because my little one was 3 and she is just newly potty trained. Well, you know, she's good, but she still needs a bathroom close by, and knowing where they are would be very helpful.
Some bathrooms are way better than others. Some
Yeah,
of
and
the
they're
bathrooms are
really
amazing.
like hidden. They look like
Yes. Because it's
you would walk right by it.
themed.
Yes.
Yeah. That's really
So I think I would definitely map out in my brain and probably hold a physical document with me to tell me where.
And there
Where the
is
bathrooms.
too. That's the other thing I could show you before we go, how to find them on the
Mhm.
map. Like,
Well,
That's
I did
true,
that
yeah.
in the Animal Kingdom when we were walking by is that the Kilimanjaro Safari with the
when we split up,
yeah.
Jason.
You guys did Everest.
Yeah, we went to Everest. So you were like going kind of over in the, oh my gosh, Maharaja Jungle Trek.
Yes, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had to go beyond that a little bit and to the right, but I had to ask people where because even the entrances to the bathrooms look like just
Yeah.
they're fantastic. You wouldn't know otherwise.
Well, that's a really interesting thing that I think I take for granted is like the parks are so themed that you actually don't see like
You don't.
bathroom.
And I did look at it on the phone, but looking at it on the phone, you know, the walkway is this long when you might have to walk a few hundred feet to find it. So I'm constantly just looking over my shoulder and
Yeah.
everything as to where it could be. But
When Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios first opened, like one of the things they had to update was it was so themed that all the language and all the signs was in like the Batu.
Yes.
Bridge. Remember that? And even the cast members like would not, if you would say, how much does this cost? Like they wouldn't engage, they would like respond like, I don't know what you mean or whatever. Like they had to update things to say the English word and like for the cast members to be a little more like,
Because they were into it, for
they
sure.
were so in theme where they were like on Batu. Yeah. The bats, like especially in Animal Kingdom, like the bathrooms in Asia and in Africa are like they look like they've
a regular door. Yeah, like you
yeah. That's a really good point.
I liked that you said you got your husband kind of already thinking about it on that first day when you guys bought magic bands. So what do you think it was? Like, if it was the first day, was it like the hotel itself? Do you think that
he's a very big woodsy guy? So Boulder Ridge out of the Wilderness Lodge was amazing to him because he felt more like at home. He felt more comfortable. But I think once we entered the parks and he saw the happiness in the girls, and he had never been to Disney before, he's never really been on a family vacation with us or in his childhood. So I think just all the aha of everything, all the magic and seeing how happy it made me brought out my inner kid, seeing his own kids light up and be happy. I think it really boosted his spirits about doing it more.
And that first day was like the best Disney day yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like genuinely, it was such a good day.
Yeah.
We walked into the Magic Kingdom and we walked right into Town Hall and met Mickey, like with almost no line, like one party ahead of us kind of deal. And
while they were walking out,
her little one like went under the rope and stanchion, ran up to Mickey and gave him a hug. And it was just like, yeah, exactly.
Oh, I was completely just started bawling. Like,
it was the sweetest thing. It was literally like, why do you go to Disney? It was like for that moment. And we got it right away. It was just like, it was so good. And then as we were working our way up Main Street, the stage show was going on. And even just that, and like the little bit of like, holy cow, there are a bunch of like Elsa and Anna and Olaf and Mickey and Minnie and like everybody's up there. There's a little bit of fireworks. It just is very Disney. And
it was just super magical. And for I think we started at night 42 before we went with the nighttime, what's coming, what's coming in 42 days started. So talking about everything really boosted up my 3-year-old spirits. And she would always make sure that I didn't miss a part in our story because, after 42 nights, well, Mom, no, we have to talk about this. Okay, talk about this. And when we're done, Mom, can we talk more about it? So
That's great.
So once we got there and she saw all the characters we were talking about, her favorites at the time, all the Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, Daisy, all them, like she was just so beside herself and, like this is real and the big blue eyes and the smile and it was just so worth it.
And she was
Every second of
character.
Oh my gosh, no.
She's 3. She had moments she got tired. I did too. But she, like all the Disney stuff, like, cause some kids will be scared of Small World.
Mhm.
Like there were just things that hit that you don't expect. And she didn't have that, which was great. Because that is a worry sometimes is like, is the kid going to be scared of Mickey?
Right.
And then you like,
Yeah.
Mickey's booked and Mickey's was fun too. But yeah,
What I wanted to ask is, I love the food at Disney. So what was your favorite?
I would definitely have to say Homecoming.
That
That was
Jason,
fantastic.
love that.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I think my husband woke up and ate the rest of my leftovers. There's such big portions. And I could definitely not even eat a third of it. So he was happy to have that again the next morning before we took off.
What did you have there?
The smothered chicken with what was new white gravy and potatoes, asparagus.
It was like an onion crispy with bacon. We had the same thing.
Yeah, they had that when I was there during the hurricane because my cousin had gotten it.
Yeah.
I remember getting that, and she thought it was amazing too.
Yep. We actually went to Mexico in Epcot for lunch one day, and that was something that none of us were expecting because clearly it's not Taco Bell. It's real authentic food. And I took one bite of my rice bowl that I had, and I pushed it to the side. Was coughing so bad because whatever spice or whatever they put in it was so hot I couldn't even enjoy it. So I had Justin try it, and he thought the same thing. And we ended up eating corn chips and cheese.
Cheese dip, nachos. They were really good.
Were you guys eating at the quick service or? Yeah.
We did the thing where we went in the indoor part that's open until like 2:00 or something before it switches over. What did we have? We had like the cheese empanada, like deep fried thing, and Mari wouldn't touch that. And I was like, it's bread with melted cheese inside. You would like this.
Yeah.
But that was a cranky day for my children. But I ate hers and that was really good. That was really good. Yeah.
You guys do the margaritas while you're there?
I had a margarita. I had one frozen margarita. Yeah.
Did you have a lemon slush with the Grey Goose vodka in France?
See, this is the kind of research I need to be doing.
Yeah.
Cannot go without having a Grey Goose.
I need to brush up on
Slush.
my options.
You have to put it
There's
on the
the
note.
orange
Yes.
Grand Marnier one too, but I like the Grey Goose lemon slushy.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound horrible.
So refreshing.
It's so refreshing.
Sometimes I get 2 shots because it's vacation.
What did we have at Chef Mickey's that morning? Some Grey Goose.
The pug juice. Yeah, I've had that with
Juice is
mimosas
good.
Okay.
before.
That was
Oh, I'd like that as a mimosa.
Yeah. It's what I usually at Topolino's. You order a glass of champagne and you get your juice is included in your meal.
Oh, right. That was your tip.
You make
Yeah, I
your
remember that
Maybe
tip.
get
They
two.
only serve
These
pop
places-
juice that. Where do they serve that? Like, I know you can get it at Chef
Walmart,
Mickey's,
Jen.
Topolino's.
Polly, right?
They
Yep.
serve
Polly.
Polly. Kona. I think that's where it started. Is that where it started? Kona Cafe?
Or
Do a
Ohana.
whole episode just on pug juice, I think.
We should, because they call it different things. At
They
different,
do. They served it on the Star Cruiser when we stayed on the Star Cruiser.
Oh, really? Did they call it
They called it
pop?
pong juice on the.
It's gone now. It was
It's
an
gone. It was
immersive
Star Wars Hotel.
experience hotel.
It
That's
was
why
the
it's
best
And they
time
the
of
only
my
one of
life.
us that was able to do that. And she
It was
loved
amazing. It was the best thing I've ever done. We would have done it the following year if they hadn't closed it. We would have gone
Did
back.
I just read that they were going to make it into offices?
Yes, for Imagineering.
Yeah, which is cool for them. But I was like, you should have just made it into a hotel. I will go there.
Right.
Regular hotel, please.
Listen, I don't understand. why they shut this down. I understand the price point was high, but you get what you pay for. Like, okay, I know I'm going on a tangent. This is my plug. Bring back the Star Wars Hotel. I will go. I will pay the money. Best thing my kids still talk about to this day. The food was amazing. The entertainment was amazing. The actors were amazing. And I really want to play Electric Sabacc again. Like, we play the card Sabacc now, which is a Star Wars game.
Oh,
I needed to play it electrically because
I need to send Jackson to your house because he likes to play Sabacc, and I'm like,
does I have the Sabacc, I have the official Sabacc, and I have the credits like that they
really?
use for the money. Yep.
Okay, we don't have that. We just have
I'll play
Jenny, you're
Sabacc with him. None of my family will play
fancy.
card Sabacc with me.
send him over.
Okay. All right. So we got
I digress. Go on.
We had Woody's Roundup Rodeo.
Do they have pop juice there?
Jackie.
I don't know, but I loved it. I would go back to that every time.
Did you eat that swirly piece of meat?
the swirly
Did
sausage
they
on
have
the
breakfast there?
No,
Did you
I did
do
not. We did lunch.
lunch?
We did lunch.
Breakfast
And-
there?
I don't think so.
yeah. No, we did lunch, and that was another one of my husband's favorites because he's a big brisket guy, and he was just
It was good.
so amazed that when the basket was empty, they just brought him more.
Yeah.
You know,
I know.
He's like, "This is just awesome." So
Did you get all the
All the things.
desserts again?
No, I refrained. I behaved myself, and I
You know,
just
honestly, there was only like 2 good ones out of them. Well, they
Well,
were fine.
that was the day you had the nerve to be working, so you couldn't respond to my text immediately.
Oh, that's right.
I was messaging you which one because I got it was a fruit one. I don't know, pear, something,
No,
something.
strawberry, right? Strawberry.
Yeah, it was really good.
I feel like that's the one that I had gotten, and I liked it a lot.
I think that one they say is plant based, so it's like a sleeper hit because maybe I don't know. It was really good though.
What?
Do you
I
remember
remember
the
the
cheesecake?
thing would not be
Cheesecake,
plant-
was that good?
it was super.
That had like
Yeah.
blueberry.
And some.
Yeah.
Wait. I don't think any of the desserts would not be plant based though, right? Like,
Well,
like,
the cream.
oh, the cream. Oh, yeah. See, I eat meat, so it doesn't hit the same when I'm like, it's not a piece of meat. We're fine.
Go back to the brisket.
Thin on her apple pie. Oh, the salmon was really good. We got the salmon.
You got the salmon again? Yeah, I'm gonna do that
Little-
too when we go.
All the toppings on the corn. I don't know what the garnish was, but the Parmesan cheese and everything. That was just.
Mhm.
It was so. It was
They did
so good.
give us I asked for plain corn for the kids, but it was still kind of a miss with my picky kid because it was like charred.
Yeah.
And she was like, there's black stuff on it. Like, it's just because it's cooked. It's just, it wasn't like clean enough for her.
I'm
It wasn't boiled.
excited you can
Yeah.
do that though. I didn't even think about that. Like because that's where I'm going this next time. Ask for plain corn for the kids.
Yeah. Because honestly, the big kids eat great. But for the kids, it was like tater tots. Well, Eliza likes a watermelon salad thing.
Yeah, she's a big fruit, veggie, chicken
Good.
kid. So she wasn't fussy.
Mari was
There.
fine, but she's fussy everywhere. Put a bowl of Doritos on the table.
Yeah, I don't remember what Elena had.
Tater
Okay.
tot.
Yeah, she definitely had 8 tater tots and corn.
Sorry, I have a leg cramp from going to Disney, walking a lot
21,000 just set up pot.
per day. I was just
I
Epcot's
feel
huge.
so bad for you, Jessica.
Was there a character or like? Let me ask it this way. It's like you're gonna be like, sorry, my back hurts. I had to fly to Japan.
Japan.
My
That's
back
going to be
hurts.
my new personality. And it's going to be like 20 years from now, and I'll be like, well, in Japan.
Yes,
No.
yes. I love it. What are the kids talking about now that it's been a couple weeks? Like, what are they talking about any of it? Like, when they talk to other people, what are they saying? Like, when they saw your mom, what are they saying?
So mom would ask her, what were your favorite things? And meeting all the characters, of course. Eliza is just stuck on the mine train. Elena, she loved all of, like we were talking about, the thrill rides, which she really amazed me because she isn't, I don't know if this is the right term we call my child, but she's not like, she's a little bit of a chicken
Yeah.
when it comes to
Oh.
some things. So like seeing her go out of her comfort zone to do those big rides really made me shocked with, how grown she can be.
No.
But
How old is
she's
she?
already- she's 8.
8.
She's
Oh,
8.
wow. Is she
Yeah.
on Guardians?
She went
of the
and wanted
Galaxy?
to do it again right after.
It's the
And
best ride ever.
yeah, I was not
Oh,
expecting
that's
anything
awesome.
that he dished out, but it was really cool. Yeah.
I'm sorry, my dog is barking. Ignore him.
I had to ask Jess, I'm like, wait a minute, is this the one that where it shoots us backward first?
Oh, yeah.
Is this the one that it does this? Like, because we watched so many on YouTube, it all kind of was like mumbo jumbo in my brain, but
Was there anything you remembered from when you were a kid and had gone that we did that you were like, it brought the memory back, or has it changed?
we got, like, in my book, there was Robin Hood and Maid Marian and Susie and
Oh, talk
Perla. And
your autograph book that was
so,
reaction.
so yeah, my autograph book, I've saved it for 27 years, and I had my youngest continue after my visit, and Donald, where were we? Magic Kingdom first day. Everybody commented on it, even on our
Brenda at Mickey, the first thing we went through, she was like guessing the year, and she was like, I was here. I remember this.
yes, and then in Elsa and Anna, when we went to meet them, the lady was talking to us outside before we walked in. One of the members at Chef Mickey's came over to the table and asked to see all of the previous signatures, and she was commenting on how she remembers them being there, and she just told me how I had to preserve all these pages. Never do this.
That was really cute. I was really like, that was the most I've seen cast members like really get like, oh my person, see
like,
that,
really
like
personal.
like, oh, look at this one. And then the lady, you're right, at Chef Mickey's, she could read the one that we couldn't figure out.
That was
like,
Susie.
that's Susie with Perla, the mice, the Cinderella mice. That was really
It
cool.
was so long ago. Miko.
Yeah.
Miko was in there.
So once in a while, did we? Oh,
Yeah,
remember
we saw Miko.
pop up?
Yeah, Miko.
That's like rare. Like,
Yeah, that was the first time I ever saw Miko.
yeah, that was we stumbled on character training in August, and Miko was there, and it was like a big deal for the
Yes.
But that was really cool.
Pluto's signature definitely changed.
Really?
Yes, it did. He did, what was it last time? He did
Paw
a paw print and then a heart with an arrow through it, maybe.
I'm sorry, my dog is needy.
I don't think he spelled out his name the first in 98. So,
Well,
but it was very very heartwarming to be able to experience that with the people that were there, that long ago. And it was really just joyful, them making me feel like it mattered, because of course it does matter. And it was nice to know that saving it for 27 years was worthwhile.
That was really sweet. That was
Well,
really sweet.
Yeah.
I understand is your kids are here and they can tell us a little bit about what they thought of the trip, right?
Of course they can.
I'm just gonna have your kids come.
Okay, that's fine.
Find a whole episode.
Remind them about
That's
the
true. That's true. I'm excited to hear what their favorite parts were. What a good memory for them.
And we so many pictures, and the memory maker, and can I talk about them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The memory maker and the photo pass and everything to remember the trip. Ollie will always splurge. It's so worth it. So worth not having to have your own, video or camera out, watching it from behind a camera rather than taking it in for the moment and for what it's worth, and really being able to indulge in what's happening rather than it's happening here, but I want to actually see it, kind of thing.
Did you do one of those make your moment things that Jess does?
We did. We did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Where did you do it? What park?
Magic Kingdom. It was on our last day, and this is Elena.
Oh, hey, Elena. Well, there's some great ears.
Yes.
So this is Mary Beth. She's the one that made them for you.
Hey, yeah.
I'll leave to the end.
I can hold Eliza.
You guys look great.
Say hi, Jenny. See your name's at the bottom, and then that's Mary
You
Beth.
need to squeeze.
Do you want me to move over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get you all in one little area? Ladies, we wanted to hear what your favorite part of your Disney trip was.
My favorite part of my Disney trip is when we went to Epcot and what is it? I like the something about this whole world, how the world was.
Oh, all the different countries.
Spaceship Earth.
Oh, okay.
The balls. My was Belle.
Was Belle? Oh, did you see her at the Magic Kingdom?
No,
Enchanted Tales with Belle, yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
What was your favorite ride?
Ratatouille.
Oh, that was a good one.
Choice?
Good one too.
You went on a big roller coaster.
Which one? You remember? What is it called?
6.
Seven Dwarfs.
7 Doors Wide.
The ride train, she calls it. The mine train.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
Look at her on the camera.
Awesome.
What was your sister's favorite ride?
So, Lena, what was your favorite ride?
Oh, my favorite ride probably Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Oh, that is
good
good.
choice.
What did you love most about it?
The big drop of water.
Ooh. Did you get really wet?
Yep.
She
Good.
wanted to sit in the first seat, but thank goodness we were placed in the third because I was not looking forward to getting wet. And honestly, the third seat back, we barely got a drop.
It was like
think that's the
55
best-
degrees out.
Yeah. I wouldn't have minded if it was warm.
A little bit, not bad.
So
And I
what was
still
your
want that.
favorite thing you ate when you were there?
Big Goodbye.
Yeah.
Mine? Oh my god.
Hold on.
It was probably when we went to dinner for the first night, I think.
I was at homecoming.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just like your mom. That was her favorite too. What did you get at homecoming?
I got fish sticks.
Nice.
Did I get french fries?
Probably.
I think I got french fries for all my food. Like,
And
on
then
the side.
And then I ordered you broccoli.
And what did you think about your hotel? And like the pool, stuff like that.
I loved it. It was the most funnest thing I could ever do.
Did you like Guardians of the Galaxy? That's my favorite ride.
Yes, actually, yes, I did. I liked when we went around the zoo.
Right? That's so cool. It feels like you're flying.
Honestly, I feel like she's a
And the
science.
music, do you remember what song you got?
Congo, I think.
Go.
Conga, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. And then you rode Tron with me.
Tron, no.
That's good to know because I wanted to take my son on that, and he's about your age. That's a no.
You liked having your eyes open on Tron, right?
No, thank you.
They were closed the whole time.
The whole time.
I love
My
it.
belly definitely went up in my throat a couple times.
You're almost done.
You guys take them on mission space.
No mission space.
Why?
Because you gotta have something new to do next time.
You don't want to do that one. You talk about your stomach and your throat.
Yeah, that one makes
Do
you.
not do mission space. Do not.
You're not
We're
doing
anti-mission space on this podcast.
Why
No.
can't I mission space?
You will hate it.
Why? What's the worst thing about mission space?
I was going to have a heart attack. I felt like I was going to puke. It goes like this so fast in a circle, so it makes you feel like you're shooting into space. Maybe
Yeah.
you'd be fine. You're young.
It's
But
supposed to make
my
you feel like
son
you're
rides
resting.
everything. He rides Tron. He rides everything, and he hated mission space.
George?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was crying during it.
Normally, I'm not good with drops and backwards and fast and like even at local amusement parks, Old Forge, the tilt-a-whirl or whatever. I can't do those things, but we were there and I was treating it as a YOLO moment. And I made sure to do everything with her that she wanted to do. And I'm so glad I did. Because,
Awesome.
we had such a fun time. Well,
Is there anything you went on that you would not ride again?
Tron.
Tron. And so Tron, that's it. Just Tron.
Everything else you do again.
You might change your mind on that in a couple years, though.
Yeah.
You might want to give it another try. It's really short, isn't it?
Yeah.
A minute, maybe.
Yeah, it's
So short.
The initial takeoff is what had me like, I couldn't even breathe because just the air on my face. I was, and you were to smile because I knew that had to be the camera spot, but I wasn't breathing during that picture at all.
My hands were like so sweaty on the
You were nervous.
like handlebars where you hold on and like
She had her head down the whole time.
Yeah.
I was scared. But you did it.
and she was saying, "You're
Yeah, you did it.
okay, you're okay."
I actually held your hand,
She did.
your right hand with my left hand the whole time.
What's the big drop on Tiana's?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting how
Maybe-
like different.
Maybe because it was dark inside too. In Tron, she didn't see it coming. Maybe I don't know.
No, I saw the big drop coming because I saw outside and the rest of the drops weren't outside.
What did you think about the Bippity Boppity Boutique?
I loved it. I was pretending I was the princess for the whole time.
Darn right.
You don't have to
I-
pretend you were. When you're at Disney, you are a princess.
What princess?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
makeover
what
did you pick?
I picked,
So you were Anna.
yes, I was Anna. And the bow, like not the bow, but like the
It was the scrunchie because she has a little bit more thin hair, so we got the scrunchie with the extra hair a little bit to
Nice.
make it a little bit more full.
You had a bun.
Yep, it was a bun. And that was around it. And then what did you? Oh, you picked a little crown, right?
yeah.
You picked a little crown.
And then you guys went to Cinderella's royal table. Is that right?
We did that, and then we had our capture your moment right after.
Okay. That's a
It was-
lineup.
My other favorite ride was Ratatouille.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I liked when they like splashed us with the mop.
They also did Flight of Passage and
Mm-hmm.
what was that other one that Soarin'? Yeah.
Soren was a good one too.
Did you do Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad?
We did.
Is that one good too? I love
Yeah.
that one.
I love
I mean,
that.
there's no bad
Yeah.
choices.
How did they put this gate back together?
Where you go through, where you get onto the train after the
Nobody knows.
magic.
Cartoon magic.
I've been trying to figure it out myself.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. They just draw it back, right?
Maybe that's what they do.
The artists just draw real quick.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was, but there was a simulated movie like that, but you sat in like old style movie theater chairs. And then I can remember it was either a snake or a mouse or something came out, and underneath the chairs, they put like streamers with wind or something to make it feel like it was tickling your legs.
There was a Honey I Shrunk the Audience one when we were kids. That was like the Honey I Shrunk the Kids, but it was
Right.
like that. And they
Would
had,
you have had the Bugs Life at Animal Kingdom when you were there? Because it makes you feel like the bugs.
It may have been that one.
Yeah,
It may
I-
definitely could.
we didn't do that this time. Traumatizing. You know, wait for Zootopia.
Yeah.
Oh,
they-
that does look fantastic. I'm so
What?
excited about that.
Are you going to Disney again?
No.
It's in our dreams.
It's in my dreams.
That's how we talk about anything we didn't do. We just say next time.
Next time.
It's for next
Because
time.
like we were talking about earlier, it's impossible to do everything in one trip.
Like you can't go to this ride when it's scary, or when you don't want to do it, you can't do every ride.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to do it.
And think of how hard I ran you and no brakes and whatever, and we still didn't.
Oh, poor little Elena. The second day into it, she ended up getting a fever and she was dehydrated, and that lasted a couple days, but kept pumping the water to
Push
her.
through.
You're on or made her walk.
Great, do the Powerade. It's really good.
Yeah.
It will help you.
Jess's Disney
Good
military mission broke her down.
We had fun. Oh,
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a great trip.
Can I ask you one last question before you leave? Do you have any tips for kids your age going to Disney for the first time, other than Powerade? What would you tell them? Any advice?
Any advice?
Like, oh, make sure you do this.
or pack this,
yeah.
or make sure you don't forget.
Oh, I would want to pack my beauty stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I want to make sure
The princess.
our
She's awesome.
It's amazing.
It is constant photos, right?
It is constant
It
photos. I
is.
guess you have to look good. You got
Okay.
I gotta keep my beauty on me.
Yeah, me too. Me too, girl. Well, thank you guys for coming on the podcast. We really appreciate it.
Sorry about my camera. It's like a little tricky in here.
absolutely.
We'll do a better shot.
Yeah,
There
we
we
all
go.
dressed
Sorry.
We
on Mary Beth's ears.
And wear your mouse ears, right? Make sure you bring your mouse ears.
Yeah, we always
Go to
do.
Disney.
mouse ears.
Yeah, we always have to bring our mouse ears.
All right,
We brought ponchos.
go. We'll say goodbye. Yeah, we didn't use our
We should
ponchos.
use our ponchos. No, the next week we would have. Yeah.
Say goodbyes.
All right. Thank you for having us.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining. This is so fun having a guest. We're going to make you come back.
Absolutely.
Do a
Can't
dining
wait to-
review.
I can't wait to, as much as I loved going with you, when we go without you, I think I'll have a lot more to speak about because I think it's going to be a lot more hectic without you.
Well,
a lot more crazy, a lot more.
you can text the pod for advice, we'll set up a group chat. You can text the pod. And I do that. Jenny, I mean, both of you can say, but like Jenny over the years, I'll text Jenny and be like, what do I do? Or what would you do?
The discussions regarding dining and lining up the dining, we'll both just be like, what would you, like, all these different scenarios, and they're all good scenarios, but yeah, even pros
I've even
have
sent Jenny a text before that's like, I'm back at the resort and I'm tired. And she'll be like, Jessica, get your butt to Magic Kingdom. You can sleep when you're home.
You could, yep.
No, you have to, like, it's part of the fun for the people who are stuck at home is to get,
And you make
Live to
sure
live
it's through you.
like Fantasmic.
yes,
And that one,
to go back out,
you did. You wanted to make sure I hit that. You did.
even though I was so tired. My kids were,
Girl,
like, struggling.
that's my
Make
girl.
Jenny proud.
That's my girl.
See,
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for this fun episode with our special guest, Jackie, and the
Thank you,
kids.
Jackie.
yes, thanks for
Thank
having me.
And come check us out. Like and subscribe, as Mari would say, and check us out on social media. We're Mouse Ears and Magical Chats, everywhere you can find us. So we will see you here next week.
Bye.
See you real soon.